What's going on, Magic the Gathering fans? It's your boy Dr. Dragkick, and today I want to talk about a question that gets asked from time to time in the community and clarify a little bit about it. So the question has to do with why are some cards more blurry in the text than other cards? So I have a few examples here. This is the same exact card from the same exact box. However, you can see the one on the top looks a lot more blurry in the name, the type, and the illustrator on the bottom than the one above it. Um, I have a couple examples. I wanted to put a couple different colors so you could see like slight differences. You know, even here on this Melissa Benson illustrator here, she is a lot lighter on the bottom one. It's much more apparent. And you can kind of see on the top, there's a little bit more blue in the purple, a hue of blue in the purple on the top. This card here, Energy Tap, you can see again, the bottom, the illustrator is much more clear than the one. And if we look really close, you can see there's uh, a little shadowing, but it just looks like it's slightly off. And actually, when you look really close, it looks like the shadowing's actually off on the very clear one, but I don't know. So my last example is this Glyph of Destruction, and then the illustrator here, you can see, you know, it's much more clear on the one on the bottom. So the first thing to note is that Magic cards were printed in a process called offset printing, where, and I'm going to explain this. I have a video, I found it from a YouTuber named Express Cards, and I'm not affiliated by them, but Express Cards, they sell printing products, and they probably print stuff for people, so I want to give them their full copyright for the next minute and a half or their video. But before I do that, I wanted to show one other thing. These cards that are more blurry also tend to have this border up at the top. It's more distinct, it's more yellow or white, and the ones that are clear are more dull, excuse me, D-U-L-L. So I'm going to show you this video, keep watching, and then I'm going to continue to explain what's going on.
Offset printing begins with the pre-press stage, where digital files are broken down by their color separation and are laser etched onto coated aluminium plates. Each plate is then loaded onto a roller known as the plate cylinder. Each revolution of this cylinder dampens the non-image area of the plate with water from the dampening system. A vegetable oil-based ink is then passed through a series of rollers and finally onto the image area of the plate. This image is then offset onto another cylinder with a rubber blanket. The addition of this process results in a clearer and sharper final image and is where offset printing gets its name. Paper is loaded into the start of the press and is separated by jets of air to ensure that only one piece travels at a time. The paper is passed between the blanket cylinder and the impression cylinder, where it receives the printed image before it's passed on to the next unit to receive the next color. After the page has traveled through each of the units, it is piled at the end of the press with a thin layer of powder separating each page so that the printed image can dry without marking the pages above and below.
Alright, so now that you watch the videos, you have a pretty good gist of what's happening here. Essentially, the cards are layered with color. And in Magic, just like everything else, there's the cyan, the magenta, the yellow, and then the black printing plate. Those are layers. Additionally, there's a second layer of black in Magic that was for the texts and the borders. So when you see this on the text and the border here, in these texts, that they're off or they're different than maybe up here, that's from that second layer having a slight issue or being slightly ajar inside of that machine. So that's what's going on. Don't immediately freak out if you get a Power 9 or something and the wording on it is very blurry, it's not crisp. Don't panic. I mean, check it with a loupe, do the light test, do everything that you can, and if it looks legit, it most likely is legit. I wanted to show something else, which is, this is a hockey card. This is a Nicholas Backstrom Premier Rookie card from 2007-2008 that kind of undergoes the same process. And behind it, or on the side here, I have the printing plate. This is the magenta printing plate, and this is a yellow printing plate. And basically, this was used when it got rolled. Let's line it up here to make it exactly right, to put anything that was reddish or pink or magenta in there, that was used for that, and then any semblance of yellow inside of the card. And keep in mind when colors mix, like yellow and green makes blue. That yes, there's a cyan, which is a lighter blue, but there's intricate colors that are put in there. So this is kind of a neat piece. I wanted to show that. Not really relevant to Magic, but it goes to show kind of part of the printing process. These plates in hockey, in the hockey upper deck world, they destroyed the plates and they've made them into these particular cards. There's only one copy of this, and inside it might be aluminum. In the video, the British person, or the person that speaks proper English, they say aluminium, but that's aluminum in America, in English, in American English. But anyway, so hopefully that clears up a little bit of the differences here. Like I said, don't automatically panic and think that you got gypped or ripped off or something like that. The reality is that this happened on, honestly, when I've opened up my Legends boxes, it's about half of them. Like every other common is offset, and I don't know if one machine had there was like multiple machines, and I don't know if one of them had some issues, and maybe a roller was off by just slight little bit, or the black was less damp and it didn't show up well. But that's essentially what's going on there. Anyhow, if you like this, I'm going to make a couple more videos similar to this, or with other little factoids. So thanks for watching. Have a good day.